Well, I'll start with maybe with my own story a little bit,
Please.
because that's how all these things started to come, and this is also how I'm finding myself here today. Uh, so once upon a time,
Yeah.
there was a little boy in the north of the Netherlands who loved the fields and the churches and the big organ music and felt so awe struck by life. And uh, I grew up on a dairy farm, which was beautiful in many ways. And then some things happened, and I lost my sense of awe. You could say I got distracted. Um, I became very entranced by this thing of achievement. So I instead of making music, which I loved to do as a young person, I went into the business world head on, and I became a strategy consultant in New York City. And I rose to the top very fast. I was the youngest partner in my strategy consulting company together with another person. And I was very proud of that. And inside of me, it was a mess.
Mm.
I felt very torn, like never really at ease. I would even walk a little hunched. I didn't sleep very well. Sometimes I wouldn't sleep for an entire week. And that that really changed things. Um, at some point, it got so bad that I just, it just like my body started to have symptoms like inflammations and things. And at that point, I discovered meditation. And in the ego mind that I was, like, oh, I discovered meditation. And I still remember showing up at a meditation retreat with Pema Chodron uh, in my boss jacket and like suitcase, like Devil Wears Prada kind of thing. Like I didn't bring my assistant, but I did show up in a black limo on this mountain retreat. I still remember
Really?
this.
I
And
did not know this.
crazy. And I was expecting that I was going to be the only person sitting in that room, or maybe 10 other people. And there were four or 500, and I felt offended. I remember, you know?
Yeah, because you created this.
Yeah. And I thought that I was going to be the leader, as I always was, and the special one. And then I started listening to Pema, and everything she said made sense to me. And basically, was I was drawn to her by a book that she wrote called When Things Fall Apart.
Mm.
And things were falling apart. Um, so I did some meditation. I could sleep again. And I discovered a sense of ease, peace, joy, kindness that reminded me of that little child once upon a time. And I said, okay, this is it. I'm going to be a monk, right? Because that sort of ego personality was, I've got it. I'm going to claim it. I have to control it because I can't trust the world, which was one of the root causes of me having to achieve so much because I
Mhm.
didn't trust things. So I basically went into high performance mode, which I still do, when I don't watch it. And anyway, through all of that, long story short, uh, I just decided not to go into the monastery and instead do this work of coaching and culture and team development, which is all focused on connecting with our true self, our potential, which basically boils down to three principles: truth, love, and purposefulness.
Mm.
And that's basically what then became a book, Taming Your Crocodiles, what became the firm that I lead, Growth Leaders Network, and is my daily practice. Like my number one client is me.